Hello everyone. This is me, DeAndre. I'm in my yard in the back. As you can see, my yard has some bushes and shrubs. I want to talk to all of you who are watching this about my lifestyle and the things that I like to do and the places that I like to be. I know that you guys saw my first two videos about my lifestyle and my hobbies and my favorite things to do. But I'm gonna continue to tell all of you and any of you who are watching this more about my childhood and what was it like for me growing up here in New Haven County area of Connecticut in the Waterbury part. For me, being raised here in Waterbury side of Connecticut was alright. It wasn't that bad, but it was alright. One thing I've noticed with Waterbury and Bridge and some other cities such as Bridgeport and New Haven and Hartford is that I did not get along with most, not even most, but some black Americans and those who look like myself. The reason for that is because a lot of Waterbury, Hartford, and Bridgeport, and New Haven individuals always try to associate me with other black Americans and always come up with all these negative stereotypes and racial profiling about how black Americans are and how they should be and how they must not listen to heavy metal music and music in that genre like hard rock. Let me tell you this. That is a bunch of nonsense and uneducated, ridiculous foolishness, or however you want to call it. I've been raised here in Waterbury, and my experience in the Waterbury public school system has not been all that pretty, not even all that great. The thing that in Waterbury that I've experienced was racial profiling, ridiculous nonsense stereotypes, because some of these kids and other individuals will come up to me and tell me, oh, I'm black, you should be doing this, you should be listening to this. I should not be listening to white people music, so and so and so. And they've always filled up my head with ridiculous nonsense and negative racial stereotypes about black Americans and blacks in general. And that really, it really disgusted me. Because to me, Waterbury strikes me as a divided city, especially if you're a certain race or culture. Waterbury strikes me as a divided city and an ignorant place to be, in my opinion. I would listen to my heavy metal music and other types of music that I enjoy, like alternative, classic rock, hard rock, and I would get criticized, and some of my black school peers would say, Oh, why are you listening to that white people music? Turn off that white people music. That I'm acting white, and that I have to act black, and I must eat the same thing as average black Americans eat. I am just tired of this racial stereotype and racial divide that's been going on throughout Waterbury and throughout the other parts of Connecticut and parts of this country. But since I've lived in Waterbury, and from my experience in Waterbury needs to be more educated on racial and ethnic cultures and nationalities, and they need to be taught the truth about how slavery began, and the details of slavery. And it's sad that I have been criticized and stereotyped because of my melanin and the way that I look and the way that I act, because of this ridiculous black American stereotype. This is the reason why I don't like hanging around Waterbury or Hartford or New Haven or Bridgeport, because they would look at me and call me a wannabe white boy, and they would criticize me, ridicule me, and act ignorant towards me because I'm listening to heavy metal, hard rock music, and because I like watching movies that involve serial killers and killings and horror movies, and just because I like NASCAR racing and hanging out in the deep forest and the back country and hunting and archery and bow and arrow. I am sick of these stereotypes and racial profiling behaviors and ways throughout the Waterbury and throughout Hartford and New Haven and Bridgeport. I am sick of it. This country has to stop bringing up race and trying to divide race and ethnic cultures, and we need to stop looking at color and race and our melanin. It just needs to stop, because I'm getting tired and fed up of going out, walking on the street, and even throughout the Waterbury public school system and the colleges and institutions of higher education, and hearing others say that I dress like a white kid and I'm a wannabe white boy, and that because I am black or a certain race or color, that I must be eating these types of food and acting like this, listening to this type of music. I am sick and tired of this racial stereotype nonsense surrounding black Americans and other types of races and ethnic backgrounds. I am tired of it, and it needs to stop. And not only in Waterbury, but throughout the whole country, it needs to stop. Let's all learn to love one another deeply and stop looking at our melanin or color and bringing up race as being an issue. I hope all of you understand what I'm saying, and and got a lot of what I said. Peace out. That's all I have to say. Stay tuned for my next video and channel surrounding other topics and issues and other things. Ta-ta. Later. Bye-bye.